time.
Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Check.
Cool. We is on and popping. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. You Can't Make This Up podcast, Kev Nash.
DJ Killer Kev.
Hey, Dizzle.
Episode
335.
Fellas, how was the week?
Man, great week. I had a good week. I ain't gonna lie to you. Had a good week. Everything's getting in order at home. We did a deep clean after the pod last week. Came home to everybody pouting, trash bags everywhere, dividing up these clothes and this. So we just getting the house in order. Everything's good at work. Getting ready to DJ. I got to DJ on Friday. I'm gonna stop by the Hot 102.9 event in the morning, get my laps in, get my green beer.
Wait, what's going on in the morning?
St. Patrick's Day event going on at Community Golf Course. Pre-registration starts at 9 o'clock. Race starts at 10 o'clock. It's a simple half K, so about 500 yards. Nothing major.
In the cold.
In the cold. Somebody gonna run in the cold. Not my black ass. I'm sitting on the side at the finish line, chilling.
Well, I'm definitely gonna swing by that. But big news for me is I bought some new DJ equipment. So that's what I'm excited about for the week. Went ahead and ordered me a new controller. It's been a while since I've made that kind of purchase. So getting ready for the 2023 season. Been rocking with the same equipment. Been rocking with one turntable for a very long time. So it's gonna be nice to get back to using both hands, getting reacquainted with my left because I've been right hand DJing it forever. But just making the investments, man, and getting ready for the season. So it's been a good week.
Dope.
Price going up?
Oh, you definitely. Trying to get the Dizzle bags.
Did you find a golf partner?
Not yet. So shouts to my former golf partner, Miss Natasha Williams, former News Center 7 anchor. She had been traveling, working in Louisville, working in Columbus. She finally got back to working in Dayton. So with her work schedule, she needs to switch her times from playing golf in the evenings to playing golf in the mornings. So I'm out here trying to find me a partner within the next 6 weeks to commit to every Wednesday from about April to about September. We do it every Wednesday. It's $150.
Don't look at me.
I know somebody that got addicted to golf last summer. I know a guy. I think you know the same guy.
He'll be ready in a couple of years.
You ain't ready for this?
No, I'll tell you that now.
He'll be ready. But
Killer will drop me from the team.
See, the cool thing is though about the league is you get a handicap. So it's like any other, like, I don't know if you ever bowled or anything, but I used to be in a bowling league in high school. You show up, week 1, you do your score. You show up week 2, they give you a handicap. So you might get 8, 9, 10 shots, 11 shots
for free
every time you show up. So you shoot a 47 for 9 holes that end up being a 36.
Okay, I didn't know that was the rules.
So yeah, it's fun. $150 for the annual fee, and then you pay your weekly like $20 to play every Wednesday. But it's a Wednesday night golf league that I'm on year 3 or year 4. So
that's what's up.
Yeah,
that's what's up.
Still out there looking.
Maybe in a couple of years, my stroke will be right, but it's definitely not there right now.
Right, and you're gonna be a new dad. You're gonna be, you can't have too many new commitments when you're gonna have a new kid around.
That's true. Because my wife probably won't sign off on that. I was talking about a basketball league, and she said, "You not doing nothing in the summer."
Yeah. Right.
So how is the basketball league going? What happened last week?
We lost.
It's over? Season over?
Season's over. We lost by 6. All the games that we lost, we could have won, except for one. We got blown out one game. But we entered the season 3-4. So not too bad. You know what I'm saying? We wasn't the worst team.
Right.
There were some teams without wins. That wasn't us. But then we got the tournament next Sunday.
Where at? Still in Xenia?
Still in Xenia.
Okay.
Still in Xenia. So hopefully we get a middle tier team, kind of similar to us. Since we won a few games, we're not going to be playing the top team first round. So I'm hoping we can squeeze out a win and see where it goes, man.
Grade your performance this time.
Horrible.
Worse than the time that we came to watch you play?
I had 2 points. You know what I'm saying? We lost by 6. I had 2. You know what I'm saying?
talking about for the season.
No. Season on solid. Starting point guard, Hamilton Rock, not too many turnovers. Got a couple highlights.
That's all the film.
Look, my wife commented said nope. I don't know what she's saying nope to.
Probably that golf league.
That golf league, probably.
Okay, yeah.
What's up, Miss Dizzle? Hope you feeling well.
For sure, Lou. But nah, I would to grade my performance for the season. I give myself a B minus.
Hey,
Because I showed glimpses.
the old Dizzle.
No, the old Dizzle wasn't even this good.
Oh, you in your prime?
Bro, I be thinking I be in my prime, bro. Because I minus the injuries. Because I went to
Killer, were you in your prime in your 30s?
About 26, 27.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's
feeling
you
the best.
unique. That's unique to be hitting your prime in your 30s, bro.
Yeah.
Kudos.
I hooped yesterday at one of the other YMCA's and was balling, man. One of the games we only go to 12. I knocked out 4 threes in this one game. We beat somebody that we wasn't supposed to beat. I'm like, we all right. I'm feeling good. Yeah.
We might have to come up.
Says she's miserable. We're gonna have to keep her in our prayer. I know that's a tough roller coaster.
Should be all right. What else you do this week, bro?
Not much. Just working. Planning the gender reveal. We're gonna find out Saturday.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you ready?
Yeah.
You got a preference?
I prefer a boy. She prefers a girl. She thinks it's a boy, so I'm fingers crossed.
So what if it's a girl? You gonna be
Nah.
broken?
No, not at all. I think it's gonna be
ready.
I think it's gonna be a totally different experience though. So
Facts.
School them.
It will be because I was 0 for 3 on my once. So I wanted a boy every time and girl. So it's definitely that daddy girl thing is real. They will break you down and you just give in because the girls always win.
So
take care of your girls.
Killer, do you believe the rumors or the old wives' tale that guys that want boys get girls because they were whores back in the day? Do you believe that?
Yes, because
this is punishment.
I always say I blame the army. That's the reason why I have 3 girls. Because your boy went to the army. Holy Moses. So I deserve every bit of the 3 girls that I got.
Blessings.
How was your week, man?
Solid, man. Very solid week, man. I got my movie on. Saw Creed 3 and I saw the new Scream. Both of them 2 thumbs up.
I've heard good reviews of both, and I need to see them both. So
that's all I did was this week. Go to the movies. That's it.
Nice.
I seen 2 movies this week. Gotta love it.
I watched Creed 1 last night.
First time.
And I must say, Michael B. Jordan's acting is a little skeptical, man. There's a couple scenes in the first movie where I just busted out laughing because I'm like, what? I think it was him and Sylvester Stallone. That's the name, right?
Yeah.
Right? Okay. Him and Rocky was arguing or whatever because I guess Rocky disowned them and they was in the locker room and he said, "Get your hand off me, old man." I'm like, ain't nobody saying that, bro. Like I was in tears, like, man, this his acting, bro. Somebody pointed it out to me, and then now I'm looking at it.
It's funny you say that because we were watching something else that Michael B. Jordan was in at the house, and I was like, man, he's like a one-note actor. Like he plays like the same guy all the time. Now, granted, there's tons of actors out there like Denzel. Like now, Denzel basically is playing himself all the time. But Denzel's like 65 years old. It took him a while to get basically to the point of like, man, hey, man, I'm handpicking these roles because I'm playing myself all the time. Like he's basically playing the same person all the time. It's like that disgruntled young adult.
Me and the wife, because he was on one of our favorite podcasts that we watched, the R&B Money podcast. He was this episode's guest. And we were like, why is Michael B. Jordan on an R&B podcast? We was sharing his story. And we started doing our research because he was saying like his first real big gig was Fruitville Station. And that was Coogler directed that. So you look at the Coogler, Michael B. Jordan journey, they'd have been on, you can kind of see that he kind of handpicked him to kind of come with him on this journey and play this similar roles. And then I think he's directing for Creed 3. So I'm excited to see where it went because I know I watched Creed 1 and I felt the acting was a little but for him to be directing now, I'm sure he's
getting better.
Yeah, I'm sure there's growth.
He's getting better as an actor, but like we're gonna talk about acting in a little
Oh,
while.
yeah, we saw some bad acting this
I'm not
week.
sure this person's gonna get better at acting.
Not at all. I know you're talking about that.
All right, man. Let's get into this sports talk, man. Look, Lamar Jackson got hit with the franchise tag by the Baltimore Ravens. Why isn't Lamar getting a contract extension or signed, or why are these teams out here saying, no, we straight, we don't want Lamar Jackson?
I don't know.
Can you explain what a franchise tag is? Because I don't know.
So there's two franchise tags. There's one franchise tag where he gets paid $30-something million, where he's allowed to go talk to other teams to work out a deal. If he works out a deal with, I don't know, just say the Atlanta Falcons, the Baltimore Ravens have the right to match the contract, and he remains with the Baltimore Ravens. If they choose not to match that offer, he goes to the Atlanta Falcons, but the Atlanta Falcons must give up 2 first-round picks to get Lamar Jackson. In the other tag, he would get paid $45 million, and he couldn't go talk to other teams for a potential trade or signing.
And he has the non-exclusive tag,
Yeah.
which allows him to talk.
Yeah, and now we getting all these teams out here saying, no, we don't want him. Like the Falcons said no, Panthers said no. This is so many teams out here said no, they don't want Lamar Jackson, which I just find crazy.
Yeah, man, former MVP,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
I saw his record for the last 4 or 5 years, or I don't know when he became a starter, but shit, up there with Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
You know, he don't lose. He really don't lose unless it's playoffs.
And one thing I will say about the franchise tag, that it at least guarantees he's gonna get a bag this year.
Is that guaranteed?
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
because he get like 30-something million.
But $30 million for Lamar Jackson, where Danny Dimes is getting $40 million.
But what was Lamar getting last year? 3?
Yeah, it's like
You know what I'm
somewhere
saying?
like
So-
around 2.5.
Sheesh.
It's almost like one more year of this, because
But they can franchise tag him again.
they can.
Yeah,
I
you
didn't
can
know
get
that.
franchise tagged up to 3 times. But
Shit.
so say he signs his franchise tag and plays for Baltimore, then next year it'll jump up to $40 million if they franchise tag him again. My whole thing is it's collusion. I think it's collusion by the owners, because they look at the Deshaun Watson deal. Deshaun Watson deal is 100% guaranteed.
Yeah.
He wants 100% guaranteed. Everybody out there like, nah, we can't do that. We don't want to do that, because if we do it the second time, then everybody and their mom gonna want a guaranteed contract.
Y'all already did it once?
Yeah, that's on y'all. Y'all
Yeah.
didn't work that out. But like, I just think a landing spot for Lamar Jackson, if they really want to fuck shit up out there in the NFL, San Francisco 49ers.
Facts.
You imagine him with that offense, that offensive play call, and that defense. I mean, I say San Fran, go ahead and offer him something crazy, but keep it a short-term deal. Like, look, man, we'll give you $100 million for 2 seasons, fully guaranteed.
Mhm.
See if Baltimore match it.
Yeah, because you shorten the time.
Yeah,
It ain't gonna, now it ain't like the Sean deal. He don't have to show up.
yeah.
So
That's what I would do if I was
like
San
that.
Fran.
I like it.
Are they? Is that even a thing though? Because don't they get like 4 quarterbacks?
Yeah, but all of them on rookie deals, so they don't
They
earn a lot of money. They best
Mm.
and most expensive players like Debo, their linebacker, Fred Warner's high paid. So they got the money to do it. It's just as simple as, do they want to do it? You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. It's a very, very weird situation going on with Lamar Jackson.
Free Lamar, man. Free
Yeah.
Lamar, because he needs some help over there.
Facts.
Did they pick up anybody?
No, and that's the crazy part about it. I'm glad you brought that up. So when Lamar was on his rookie contract, when he's getting paid like $2-3 million, they never spent big money to say like, all right, man, we got a franchise quarterback. Let's go ahead and get a whole bunch of offensive weapons around him.
Yeah.
So now it's time to pay him. They won't have money to go get bigger name
Right.
stars to go around him. So for me, if I'm Lamar, I'm going to get out of there. I'm calling anybody. I'm calling the Dolphins. I'm calling the Jets. I'm calling the Niners. Like, just get me out of here. Any team out there that has young talent, I want to go play for them so I can get paid, obviously, and I got young talent around me. Like, they ain't got no weapons.
Yeah, and they still be somewhat in the conversation of the AFC North every year.
Facts.
So
You think they waiting on Aaron Rodgers' decision? Like teams is holding out for him to then see what Lamar's about?
I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know, because everybody's talking about Aaron Rodgers going to the Jets, and they talking about it's a foregone conclusion. But Aaron Rodgers could say, I'm about to go back to the dark cave and
yeah,
retire for all we know. So I have no idea.
It's gonna be interesting.
Now, we always talk about the bad news that goes on in sports, but here's a great story. Minnesota Vikings wide receiver KJ Osborne, his Uber driver, and 2 bystanders saved a man's life from a burning car. Obviously, we have somebody that is a war veteran on this podcast, so we know you've done great things and all that in your life. But when is the last time you done something, obviously not to this magnitude, or nice for somebody?
Damn.
It's been that long?
It's been that long.
Fuck them all, huh? Fuck 'em all.
Did I hold a door? I think I held a door open. Did I do something nice for an old lady? I might just be making this up. I don't know. Pass. Might have to phone a friend.
Funny enough, this week I helped an old couple out. I was on my way to work and I see a car from down the road and they're like, look like they're on the curb. And I get closer and closer and closer and I see this older gentleman outside of his car just looking at his tires. He blew out both his tires because he hit the curb or whatever. And this older man was out there about to try to put a donut on his car. And I'm like, sir, you can't do that. Like, I ain't want to be like, man, you're old, don't do that. But I was like, sir, don't do that. It's like, oh, I got to get it to the mechanic so they can take a look. I was like, you don't want to drive on a donut and a flat tire. Like, we should probably just call a tow for you. It's like, that's going to be pretty expensive. I was like, all right, check this out. Monroe is literally right around the corner. I will take you over there. They will take good care of you. That's where I take my car. The prices aren't horrible. And it's like, he looked at his wife. She's like, yeah. So he hopped in the car, took him over there. Before he got in there, I was like, hey, man, this dude is going to try to drive his car over here, but like take care of him. Don't rape him on the charges, please. Like, he's an older guy. And what made it even worse was he was on oxygen and he was going to try to change his own tire. So I was so glad I helped him out because, man, who knows what could have happened.
Good deed.
Good deeds, man. Killer, you done any good deeds outside of, fight for our country?
Definitely. I'm always find myself in these situations. I don't know why. A few years ago, I thought it was 2019, me and my mom was headed down to Cincinnati, and we were at the Austin landing exit. Person getting off of 75 South at the Austin landing exit loses their brakes.
Oh.
So they're flying 60, 70 miles an hour up this ramp. And they hit the area where it's a red light. That's a huge intersection. They end up going in the grass, trying to slow down, hit the curb, fly in the air, and land on 2 of the 3 cars. We were in lane 3 of 5 lanes. It's like a huge road. It landed on the cars, tipped over. Me and my mom had to get out, help people, all that. So definitely done that. I'm definitely the hold the door and, hey man, you got $1 here, man. I'm definitely that guy. So yeah, I try to do unto others.
This nigga just laugh.
Not at all, bro.
I try to do unto others. You never know.
You never know, man. You never know. Also, we got to talk about a whole bunch of injuries going on across the association. The biggest one, obviously, Kevin Durant rolled his ankle in the layup line.
Man.
So he gonna miss the entire rest of the regular season.
And he ain't make a home debut.
Gosh, you still rolling with the Suns?
Now I'm back on the Lakers, bro.
Oh.
Lakers is up. Lakers is up, baby. You been watching the games?
I've been seeing AD hoop.
Yeah,
He been hooping.
They're playing a lot better without a certain somebody.
I love it.
Wow.
They need to. They should. They got a good squad on paper. And plus, D'Angelo Russell's playing amazing. Schroeder's playing good. Beasley ain't even playing good right now. He's bricking, and they're still winning games, and they're still hitting shots without him. Vanderbilt balling.
AD is the reason.
Facts. You think so?
Absolutely.
Facts.
It's tight. He's playing like you wanted him to play.
Yes.
He's playing like he did earlier in the season. So
he had his nose situation. I thought he was going to sit it down.
Give him about another 2 weeks before we're back on the injured reserve.
Yeah. He came back with 35, 40 points.
Yeah.
Doing his thing.
But nah, man. KD, he almost about to get that stamp. He about to be fragile KD. Like, we need a nickname for him. Just like we got a nickname for AD. KD about to have his own nickname. Street Clothes 2.0. Like, what we talking about? Because he's been hurt just as much, if not more, than AD and Kawhi these last few seasons.
It's a lot of fragile 7-footers in the league.
True.
They fragile.
Not Giannis though.
Not
Not
Giannis.
Giannis. Not Giannis.
Something's happening though. I don't know, because I don't remember there being just this many tedious little ticky-tack injuries every single year, especially from the main folks, man. Like what was it? Just 4 years ago when KD got that Achilles injury.
Somewhere around there, yeah.
Same with Kawhi, like one injury, and then for the rest of his damn near career, he's on load management. So these niggas are supposed to be in their prime. I know they're getting a little bit older, but something's happening. I don't know if it's with the training. I don't know if it's because of I know folks were saying, hey, you growing up already put miles on their legs.
Right.
But something's happening. Something got to change with the way folks is taking care of their bodies.
And Jonathan Kuminga did the same thing.
Did
he was out there warming up with the coach, went to the hole, bloop, sprained his ankle, walked off, didn't play. Sprained it. Like, I wonder if these shoes, something going on. Something's happening with these.
So I'm glad you brought up the shoes. So I was reading this article about Kobe and when he switched to the low tops, and there was all this whole research about, you shouldn't wear high top shoes when you play basketball. You want your ankle to be able to move and roll and everything like that. That's the natural movement of ankles. So that's why I like dudes wearing low tops to hoop in now. I always remember that one famous picture of Gilbert Arenas hooping in some Air Max. Like I just can't imagine that. And for me, obviously I don't play basketball anymore, but if I did, I would not be out there in no low tops.
Never.
Ever, dude. Like, I would be terrified to roll my ankle. And now you're a multi-million-dollar athlete, one of the best basketball players in the league, and you roll your ankle, you out.
Yeah.
And not only out, but you out for the rest of the regular season, where in the West, if you lose 2 games in a row, you could go from 4th to the play-in just like that. So it's crazy. I don't know what it is where load management is such a thing, because the players get blamed for load management, but it is the medical professionals and the teams that enforce load management as well. So it's a 50-50 thing for me, because we don't see load management in football in the NFL. We don't see load management in college basketball. We only see load management in the NBA. So you mean to tell me the NBA, which is probably the least physical sport out there, requires the most for them to take time off? I don't get it, man. It's something needs to be done, and it's not only from the players, it's from upper management to understand, like, hey, man, get out there and play, because
how many weeks left in the season?
I think like 4, maybe.
And this says Durant out at least 3.
Goodness gracious.
Nah, they're not gonna rush him back if they smart. No. They need to just hold tight. You in the playoffs. Make sure he's healthy make sure he's healthy for the playoffs, because you really don't need him right now. He's a kind of a plug-in type of player where the chemistry's kind of already there.
Facts. So where do y'all at with this? What Jalen Rose said, basically, load management is a reflection of us as fans, because we as fans only care about playoffs and championships. So why should I play during the regular season if it don't matter? The only thing that matters is if I win a ring and how I perform in the playoffs.
Some of that's true, but the paying customer that is excited to see LeBron come to Utah and LeBron sit down, that can't be good for the whole morale and overall, image of the league. So we do hold those things of importance, yes, but also I feel that the whole going to the game, the fan experience, that holds some weight too. And these load management games really throw a wrench in some of those kids that travel. I saw that one dude that went to see Jimmy Butler travel all the way from another country to find out he wasn't playing an hour before the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, crazy.
It's a lot of money. Yeah, a lot of money. Now, Killer, this is in your world. What is going on with Tiger Woods and his ex-girlfriend?
I'm proud of my nigga, man. He did it. So, Tiger out here with a girlfriend, Erica Herman, and they were going through some issues. And he decides that it's going to be a hassle getting her up out of here. So let me have my security tell her to pack a suitcase, go on a trip, and take you to the airport, pull up to the airport, and tell you before you leave, hey, You're not welcome back. Locks is changed.
Psych.
Doors closed on this one. Good luck to you. So she and then tries to sue for $30 million.
Girlfriends can sue now?
She's bringing up things that was supposedly promised to her, and if they were to break up, she could live in the house up to 5. Like, who gonna say that to anybody? I don't believe it one bit. But Tiger put her out, man. Put her out.
Is there common law marriage? Is that still a thing?
I want to say it is. I think in California for sure. California, I know you live with somebody. I want to say 10 years. You might as well just go ahead and get married because the state looks at you as a married couple.
Wow.
That's crazy.
So he might have to cough up some bucks.
Yeah.
It's Cali, man.
So wait a second.
He got good lawyers though, man.
What about to say? Why did
She
she
got
owe her?
approved.
He owes her what? She said $30 million.
She sued him for $30 million for. Let me get the correct word. I know she sued him for $30 million for it was something to the effect of things that were promised and wasn't, and then on to how the relationship goes in that state. I think she was trying to wiggle some of that off, but let me get the right.
I would say it's crazy if you can't break up with your girlfriend. You got to trick her and think you're going on a trip and just drop her off.
While you looking that up, Killer, anybody want to share any bad breakup stories? I got one.
I was say I ain't got no bad breakup stories.
I got one.
I got a bad one.
I got a bad one, and it dates all the way back to 5th grade. No names, please. Shouts out to all my folks from Oxford Elementary School. Salute, salute, salute. So I'm in 5th grade. Got a nice little girlfriend. Like I said, no names, please. Go up to her desk, talking to her at her desk. She seems annoyed. And I'm like, what's wrong with you? And then out of nowhere, you're fired.
She fired you
in front of the whole class. I promise to good. Loud. Very loud.
Golly.
Whole class breaks out laughing, pointing, and obviously, we're in 5th grade. And shouts out to my best friends for the 216. We're still best friends to this very day. Every so often, I just get a random text in the group text. Hey, remember, broke up with you in front of everybody? So and then some people send me screenshots of what she looked like today.
That's what I was about to ask you. How she doing now?
She's still fire.
Damn.
She fire. I'm not gonna lie, she fire. She flames. But imagine having to still go through the rest of the school year getting fired in front of everybody, and then middle school, 3 years in middle school with the same person. I promise to goodness, I probably spoke 3 words to her the entire time I knew her through middle school. Thank goodness she went to a different high school.
What'd you say her IG was?
I did not. I did not say what her IG.
Put fire emojis. Everybody go to her comments with the fire emojis.
Heard you fired my boy back in 91.
Right. See, mine was worse than that though. I had a really bad one. So mine is so bad. I was in the military, dating a girl. About 2 years.
Oh, this is grown up. This is.
Oh yeah,
this isn't child.
Dating a girl for 2 years. She had a 8 and 5-year-old at the time, 2 girls. So I was like damn near stepdad role.
Girl dad, even back then.
Exactly. So my time was coming up to get out of the military, and I knew I wasn't bringing her and 2 kids back to Ohio, but I didn't know how to break up with her. So I just waited till that date came. Got up like it was a normal day. See you later. Went to the base, signed the paperwork, hopped in the car, drove to Ohio. So then I get to Ohio, I change my phone number, I get a new phone.
Damn, Tiger?
Yeah, I did.
Right.
So then a year goes by. I go back to Oklahoma to see some friends for a weekend. And I'm like, something tells me I should go apologize for my actions. So I pull to her job, wait for her to get off. Call her name. Hey, come here. She look and see who it is. She walks over.
Oh,
straight smack to the face. I was like, yeah. Let me say my bad. You have a good one. So yeah, it was ugly. It was so bad. It was so bad.
Who else knows this story?
Nobody. Everybody now. Everybody now.
Oh man, before we move on to our hip hop project.
Oh, I'm
This-
sorry.
This nigga.
Now go ahead.
This nigga. I should have known. I
Wait.
should have known it was gonna be one.
You was about to intro it. What was you about to say?
No, you got time because I want to give a special shout out to my head coach of Syracuse University.
Oh yeah.
Coach Jim Boeheim, 47 years as the head coach, won him a national championship. Actually, they celebrated their 20th anniversary this week, man. He retired. He went out the same way I expected him to go out. They lost at the buzzer. And then in the press conference, he was an old curmudgeon, as he's been my entire life. So, Coach, I appreciate you. I appreciate the championships. Coach Red is our new head coach. Get it done. I need another championship because 20 years in between college basketball championships is unacceptable. But, Coach Jim Boeheim, I salute you.
Yeah.
Enjoy retirement.
At this point, I don't think I even know any more coaches in the NCAA. All the main ones that I grew up knowing retired.
Yeah. It's funny you say that. I got to interview Clark Kellogg. He played at Ohio State, played at the NBA with the Pacers for a minute. He's actually from Cleveland. I asked him, I was like, what do you make of like all these Hall of Fame coaches retiring? Like Roy Williams, Coach K, now Jim Boeheim.
Mm-hmm.
And he basically was like, a lot of people like want to try to make it out like, man, these coaches are old and they're mad because of NIL or the transfer portal or the one and done. It's like, these dudes is old. like Jim Boeheim is 80 years old. Coach K is like 77 years old.
Yeah.
Like, they're old. Like, that's what happens. Like, people don't coach forever. You just want them coaching in a wheelchair and just die on the sideline. You know, these dudes got the right to enjoy retirement, enjoy their family, man. So salute to these coaches and shouts out to the new generation of coaches. You know, we got Juwan Howard coaching Michigan. We got Anthony Hardaway coaching at Memphis. We got Mike Woodson coaching at Indiana. So, you know, it's a litany of new coaches out here that people are going to grow up with and eventually get to this stage with them too, to see them coach a long time and eventually move on.
Yeah, man. I expected nothing less from Boeheim to lead like that. Like, that's just, I'm the outside looking in, being not a fan, but a consumer of his product for that long. That was definitely like, yeah, that's how Boeheim's going to be.
Yeah, curmudgeon to the fullest. Like, I don't know. That's up to the university. Are you retired? Or is this your last game? I don't know. Maybe. I thought you understood. I was like, dude, you're talking in circles. You just mad at the world, man. He's probably mad at the way they lost. Would y'all rather lose at the buzzer, your favorite team lose at the buzzer, or get blown out?
Lose at the buzzer. Because at least he was competitive. It could have went another way, you know, different play here or there. Because when they get blown out, that should be embarrassing. You be at home embarrassed, just turn the channel.
Yeah, there's so many times this season I've turned the games off because they've been getting blown out.
I definitely picked Ohio State plus 7.5 yesterday, thinking I had a shot, but they got blown out.
Yeah, Purdue.
Yeah.
Big boy Edie down there. Eating down there. All right, are y'all ready?
Yeah, man.
Now, let me say this. It's called the Hip Hop Project. For people that don't know, the pod, our brothers, we're going to try to name the 50 greatest hip hop songs of all time because hip hop is celebrating its 50th anniversary this summer. So what we're all going to do is nominate 3 songs to bring to the table, and we're going to keep a list. And then after we got our whole list made up, we're going to go through each song and vote if it's a part of the hip hop top 50 songs of all time.
Let's get it.
So when you guys were making this list, what were the thought process? What were you guys thinking when you try to come up with your 3 songs that nominate for this week?
For me, I was thinking about songs that definitely have impact on not just club, not just full impact on hip hop. If we celebrating 50 years, I didn't want to just look at the last 20 years that I've been involved in on a personal basis. So I went back, some of the classics I listened to. I had a lot of drives to work this week where I just let the old hip hop playlist play and kind of just skim through those and try to just make sure I was honoring hip hop with my list. That's all I was on.
Yeah, same, pretty much. Got to have some longevity in there. I tried to incorporate some newer shit too, because I know y'all gonna stay in the 80s and 90s. So I gotta represent the 2000s for sure. 2010s. I got some joints on here. I almost got my full 50. I mean,
wow.
I started this and I'm like, let me just keep going, and then I'll hear songs throughout the day. I'm like, let me go back a little bit on one of their older albums. So yeah, I got 40 songs on deck right now.
Wow. So for me, y'all know me, man. I like to dig into these type of things.
Yeah.
This is my lane. For me,
shout out to the Rewind podcast.
absolutely. Maybe it'll come back one day. I look at songs and does it stand the test of time? Is it a quality song? Do you just listen to one verse? Right. Or do you just like, oh, I just want to hear this part and then you move on to the next? Can you actually listen to the song from beginning, middle, and end? Also, is it a novelty song? Is it just here for the moment? Like, no disrespect, but like Laffy Taffy. I was here for the moment. It was a wave, no doubt about it. It was a wave. Or Hammer, Can't Touch This. It served a certain purpose, but it wasn't a longevity type of song. So those are the type of things that I look at when I was going into it. And for me, I'm not saying anybody else has to do this. I like to try to like break things down. It's kind of easier for my brain. So for me this week, since hip hop is, started with stories, I'm picking 3 story songs to nominate for the top 50. So who wants to go first?
We go on like 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3.
No, I say we just run through your 3. You run through your 3, I run through our 3, and then we keep it pushing.
You want to go Dizzle?
Yeah, man. Let's. I'm gonna start at the top.
You keep a track, or we put it in the note? I'll put it in the note.
Okay, you got it.
Yep. I'm
okay,
at the bottom of the note.
Let's go ahead and start out right with Kendrick Lamar. All right, classic song, Black empowerment song. I think this one will definitely stand the test of time. It's been out a few years already, and I think it's one of Kendrick Lamar's best songs.
We gonna be all right.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't got that on deck. I don't know how far we can get along with it on.
No, I don't.
Okay, fair enough.
I didn't have it ready.
No
my fault. I wasn't ready either. Let me get my I got you.
Second up, number 2, Eminem. My Name Is. One of the first songs I was able to just memorize, and as a kid shouldn't have been reciting, but still is. And then number 3, Ice Cube, Today Was a Good Day.
Woo!
It was kind of weird hearing Logic singing that last week. He could have kept that cover to himself, but nonetheless, it's a classic joint. So Kendrick Lamar, All Right. Eminem, My Name Is, and then Ice Cube, Today Was a Good Day.
And this is exactly why we have 3 songs to choose from, because Ice Cube, Today Was a Good Day is obviously one of the greatest story songs of all time, and obviously it was in my top 3 to be nominated this week, so I get to pull from another spot. So it's all good. It's all good. I love those, Bizzle. Killer, you want to go? You want me to go?
You can go ahead.
Okay. So for me, the first song I'm gonna go with.
You covered up yourself.
Oh snap! My bad. Hello world. So for me, the first song I want to nominate comes from 1994. Snoop D-O-double-G. Everybody knows this song. Murder Was the Case. If I can get the reason I chose Murder Was the Case is because not only was Snoop really involved with a real life murder trial at the time and had the nerve to make a song about it, like the Here It Go.
Yeah.
They made a mini movie about it. Actually, Charlie Murphy was in that joint. You can watch it on YouTube for free $99 right now. His performance that he did on the Arsenio Hall show, where he started screaming, "I'm innocent" at the top of his lungs. And then, obviously, the 1995 Source Awards performance with him and the rest of the Death Row camp. Snoop Dogg, Murder Was the Case, definitely should be in the top 50 songs of all time.
Okay.
Now, this next song, number 2, I am pulling from the bench because you pulled Ice Cube, Today Was a Good Day. That was going to be on my list. So I'm pulling my quote-unquote 4th song for the story. B.I.G., I Got a Story to Tell. Absolute magnificent story from beginning to end. Everybody knows about the line, she banging a nigga off the New York Knicks. Everybody wants to know, was it Anthony Mason? Was it John Starks? Was it Patrick Ewing? We don't know. We don't know if Biggie was lying. All we know is the song is great. And shouts out to my brother, Mike Wilson, he got a podcast called I Got a Story to Tell. So it lives on to this day.
Nice.
Third pick, without a doubt, I know is going to make this list. Slick Rick, Children's Story. Probably the best story song of all time. Way, way back in the year 1988. My brother's favorite album of all time. I learned this song from beginning to end because my brother would play it nonstop. And to this day, if it comes on, everybody and their mom starts singing. And no, they're not singing the Montel Jordan version. They sing it Slick Rick, Children's Story. So Snoop Murder was the case. Slick Rick, Children's Story, and Big, I Got a Story to tell.
There's a Montel Jordan version?
Yeah. This is how we do it. It's the same beat.
Is it? Oh, wow. Did not know that. Didn't even know that.
Yeah, of course.
So, what happens when we start having a bunch of artists with the same songs?
See, that's
or like the same artist, but multiple songs from that artist.
It is what it is. They got a lot of heat. And that's why when we come over to finish the whole list, we're going to have a hard vote.
So you had to pull from a reserve.
Yeah.
I had to pull from a reserve.
What did I steal?
Children's Story. Definitely one of my favorite songs of all time. I actually blend This Is How We Do It and Children's Story when I DJ quite a bit because it's the same beat. So that's definitely one of my favorites of all time. So for me, I'll start with, the speaker thing was talking in the notes. All that just got to put on wax. So for me, number one, I'm going to go to the Notorious B.I.G. with a song called Juicy.
Juicy.
Definitely all-time favorite, all-time classic. And we listen to all the versions.
Facts. It was all a dream. The Beat Burn Up magazine.
Right. Number two, I have Eric B. and Rakim, Paid in Full.
Oh!
That is a favorite of mine, will forever be an instant classic. I just think it stands the test of time that it came out in 90 whatever, 4, 7, whatever.
I want to say 87.
Oh, it was that late? 80s?
Yeah.
So even better. So it's still a song that I can get through and rotate through. So, I didn't do mine. Hold on. This was number one.
Yeah.
Then we got number two, Paid in Full.
Ain't nothing but sweat inside my hand.
And then number three, Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg.
Of course.
Nothing But a G Thing. Those are my three nominees for week one. I think Nothing But a G Thing is a top 10. I think it's a top 10 song, but I wanted to get that in early. So that's probably one of my favorite songs of all time.
Yeah. So I think we on a similar page so far. I think we all dipped and dabbed in a little in each other's lists. And that's why I felt like I had to get a good jump start. Because once I started, I'm like, damn, let me make sure I'm spreading out the love. I don't think anybody on here has more than 2 songs on my list so far. I think I got 50 Cent on here a couple of times. I got Lil Wayne on here a couple of times. I think I got Kanye.
This soldier make your list.
We're gonna see.
That's what's gonna make this so dope, man. We don't hear each other's list until we do the pod. We're gonna keep bringing 3 songs to nominate to it, and then we'll just go run through it and see what songs actually make the cut. And it's gonna be very difficult, man, because even making this list right now is difficult because I kind of went with a theme. I want to get my favorite 3 story songs on here, and it was a big debate because I Got a Story to Tell was 4th, and damn, I Got a Story to Tell not making there. And then you got Biggie, Warning is another dope story song. Beastie Boys, Paul Revere also was thinking about that one. So it's a lot of dope music out there over the decades of hip hop. So this list is going to continue to grow, and we want y'all to jump in the comments and share y'all top 50 or top 10 hip hop songs of all time as well, man. It's going to be a good time.
Facts. Mm-hmm. What I did was I added our list to the bottom of the note. I put the date, week 1, our list, and then I also started another note in case that gets deleted. So I have a backup note. So we're good.
All right, man. It's time for some quick hitters, man. We talked about Creed. Well, me going to see Creed, you watching Creed 1 for the very first time. It becomes the first sports film in history to surpass $100 million in its opening weekend globally. And they got $20 out of me.
Yeah.
20 piece.
Creed 1 was solid. I'm gonna watch Creed 2 and eventually get to Creed 3.
Have you seen any of the Rocky movies?
No.
None of them.
I grew up hating it because everybody be like, "Yo, Adrian." Everywhere I would go, that's all I heard, and I just never watched the movie. I didn't care to watch it.
Fair, very fair. Normally, I will be like, "Come on, man," but that is fair. I totally understand.
I dealt with the Kevin Home Alone. Kevin. For years, everybody just come up to me and just scream, "Kevin!"
Yeah, it be getting annoying.
Yeah, man.
Understand.
I still watch Home Alone though.
Metro Boomin, the latest dude to sell his catalog, Dizzle.
Yeah, he got a bag, and I think it was only for a percentage of his catalog. He got 70 million. So yeah, another week, another artist selling their catalog.
Get that money.
70 million for a little bit of it.
Yeah, he ain't stopping. I'm sure he gonna rack up some more.
That's exactly when you should do it because he's relatively a quote unquote newer producer. This isn't like a Dr. Dre or a Swiss Beats who've been in the game decades and now they sell a catalog to get 70 million now and you're gonna continue to make music and you're still popular. Yeah, I think this is definitely the right time to do that. Shouts out to him, man.
Mm-hmm.
We also talked about Creed 3. Jonathan Majors is in that movie playing quote unquote the villain in that movie, but he's set to play Dennis Rodman 48 Hours in Vegas. You don't seem impressed.
No, I actually like this. He looks similar to him. They got similar features, but he's just short. I mean,
And
Dennis
he's
Rodman's
way too fucking diesel.
Yeah. So Dennis Rodman was a linebacker, but I think I googled it. I think Jonathan Majors is only 5'10". How's this gonna work out? Dennis Rodman was what 6'8", 6'9"?
Yeah.
They just gonna have to cast everybody else shorter to
angles,
make him look...
baby, angles.
Oh, okay.
And I severely doubt they show any basketball.
Ah, that's true too. Yeah, it's not a basketball movie. It's more so just a turn up.
They're gonna tell that Jordan story when he goes to Vegas and Jordan comes saves the day.
Right.
It's gonna be stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be cool though. I think that's gonna be a good role. It'd be a good to see him do something like that because he kind of been in that Michael B. Jordan role where you kind of see him in one light doing a couple things, and I'm excited to see him kind of wild out because it's gonna take some wilding out.
Who's gonna play Carmen Electra? That's what I want to
know. He getting a bag though. He been in how many blockbuster movies in the past 2-3 years?
Shoot, man,
I know
he's been in a lot.
It better not be Young Miami. I tell you that.
Oh, we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. We're gonna saving that for last, man. Saving that for last, man. So, what is this about the ranch flavored ice cream?
Yeah, oh yeah, Hidden Valley. Would y'all be down to taste some ranch flavored ice cream?
No, I don't even like ranch dressing on my salad.
You're not a ranch? Are you a ranch guy?
I actually am. I would try it for the pod.
I'm gonna get some. They're selling it at Walmart. If you all my ranch folks out there, Hidden Valley got the secret sauce.
That sounds overwhelming though. It's like I like ranch, but it sounds overwhelming.
Disgusting. I don't like ranch. I don't like blue cheese. It is strictly Italian, maybe French. I'm not.
I go ranch 1, French 2 normally.
We're gonna try it. I'm gonna bring some up here one of these days.
We or y'all
podcast.
Yeah, do it for the pod.
Fine. Nearly 30 schoolgirls have been hospitalized with anxiety attacks after allegedly playing the Ouija board game in a Colombian school. Have y'all ever played that dumbass game?
Halfway. I never got through it, but
hell no.
See that?
Nah,
Ouija board. Change the subject. Change the subject.
They heard you. The bots is listening.
Change the motherfucking subject.
The same sense of playing that. What's that? Bloody Mary or whatever.
Never.
That same night we kind of Ouija boarded it, did the whole turn the light off in the bathroom with like 10 kids and then it never got completed.
So y'all actually had the board?
Had the board, had the hands on the board, asking
See?
the questions. People thinking someone's pushing us to the YEES, and people, definitely my white people. definitely the white side of the family.
I was gonna say I don't know no black people with a Ouija board.
Definitely had to be the white side of the family.
Oh my goodness, man. Dizzle, what's up with Quavo? What's going on with this whole situation, man?
It's about to be that time. For the trial of Takeoff's murderer, like they're gonna be trying to investigate, see what's going on, and Quavo was there. So what's his name? 600 Breezy.
Who is that?
I have no idea. I have no idea. I don't know if he's a rapper, just a street dude, or who's Camp. I've never heard of his name. But he says that he will be labeled a snitch if Quavo takes the stand.
What do y'all think?
He will be labeled a snitch if he takes the stand. What does that really mean? Because I really don't know. He's Quavo. His brother, his cousin was murdered. Nephew was murdered. Like, for him to quote unquote take the stand and be a snitch, I mean, it's still your family. You want to see some type of justice. So I don't know.
That's what I'll say. He might be labeled that, but he shouldn't give a fuck because that's his family.
Right.
So that's kind of where I'm at. Like, he might get labeled that, and so be it. But if this is your family and you care about what the fuck happened, you shouldn't feel no way about doing what's right.
Yeah, there will be a segment of the population that call him a snitch, but I think the overwhelming population will be like, he did the absolute right thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, come on, dude. Like, this is his nephew, and
look how we lost it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
And you know what? I would be disappointed if he doesn't get up there.
Exactly.
Like, we talk about all this situation that's going on between him and everybody else with the Migos and everything like that, and his label and Takeoff and all that Offset. If he doesn't go up there and say what he saw happen, there's going to be even more friction between that family. Mm-hmm. So he need to get up there and say what he saw. It is what it is. If you get called a snitch, you get called a snitch. But there's a lot of other people out here that have done way worse things than that.
Right.
So you need to get up there and start saying what you saw. All right, let's do it. No. Wait. Chris Rock special.
Yeah.
Did you watch it?
Mid.
It was mid.
You didn't like it?
Mid at best. I didn't like it. It was an hour and a half, and I laughed a few times. Not to the extent to where we're talking about a legend. We're talking about Chris Rock.
Yeah.
And I will say, this is the second time I've been disappointed by Chris Rock, because he was at one of the Dave Chappelle. He was doing the shows in like the cornfield or whatever. Chris Rock was one of the special guests, and I'm excited. Like, we was not expecting this. We get to see a fucking legend live.
Yeah,
we left midway through a set. Like, it just wasn't funny. Jokes wasn't really hitting. We just walked out. It was time to go home. I was ready to leave.
Did you at least watch the last 10 minutes?
I watched the whole thing. I watched the whole Netflix
Did you enjoy
thing.
the last 10 minutes?
No. Wow. The last 10 minutes wasn't where he talked about the slap. Like, it wasn't even all that. That was not the funniest part of his special. I was disappointed.
For me, I saw the special before. This is everything he talked about from beginning, middle, outside of that last 10 minutes was what I saw him do in Cincinnati. It was good when I saw it first time. Second time, it was like, all right, well, I know what the punchline is going to happen. I know where he's going. Couple chuckles here, couple chuckles there. The main part I watched was about, the slap. And I don't necessarily think what he said was funny. It's just basically him venting. And, he called him a bitch about 1 million times. That was funny. But, yeah, that's where I was at with it. But for me, I haven't watched it yet, but I heard the Marlon Wayne special where he talks about it. It just came out on HBO Max. I heard he's the one that really goes in, and I heard his shit is hilarious. So I'm going to watch that this weekend.
I'm halfway through that, and all I remember is the first half of that special being about that.
Okay.
So he dug in, man.
Yeah.
Dug it.
That's where I want to go with it.
Yeah.
Like his whole mic drop at the end. Y'all thought his last joke was funny?
I thought it ended very weirdly. I didn't think it was over.
What did he say? He said,
and he stumbled over to one of the jokes.
Because concussion versus
Yeah.
an emancipation. He messed that up, and then he also said my parents taught me don't fight in front of white people and threw the mic down. So I think that what you said, I think it was his way of when that happened, he was already going on tour.
Right.
And then the tour became really where he kind of vented out each of these little things. And he just waited till the bag came to just reply.
Yeah.
So I think it was just more of a reply. Of course, it's a special. It's a Chris Rock, so his third.
Yeah.
So
the tambourine was better.
Definitely. It definitely wasn't. It wasn't a top special for him. But I think with the circumstances, it just became the money grab special.
Yeah, I mean,
you got this 20 mil real fast.
Look at everything that was involved in it. It was Netflix special. It was their first live event, or at least to my knowledge, their first live event that they were going to be streaming. It was promoted that way. And then for people that saw him all over the country, tuned in like, oh, super hyped to see a new special. And wait, I know all these jokes.
Yeah.
I saw these jokes. So I think that sucks. But then I think the biggest part for me was Will and Jada are disappointed in Chris Rock. What? Wait, we can't turn around and then blame the victim of a slap because he rebutted.
Right.
Finally, after a year later.
Y'all been asked him every week.
Yeah. Like, come on. He has to live with that shame, or, you know what I'm saying, somebody asking him about that for the rest of his life. You know what I'm saying? So y'all kind of just need to deal with it and take it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to check out that Marlon one, though.
Yeah.
Because I did hear it was pretty good. And I got HBO Max, so I'm paying for it. I'm about to watch that shit.
What? Wait, that's headline news. You have HBO Max?
Yeah. I think we got it when Insecure was out. We just kept it.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Have you watched The Last of Us? This is
no, but I've heard. Do I need to watch it? Because I've watched.
Yeah.
I didn't like. What's the other one?
Walking
Dead. I used to love Walking Dead, and then at some point in time, I'm like, I'm over it. So is it not the same?
It's
where
not.
Can you go with the
storylines? I mean, zombies are zombies. I mean, eventually you get back. It's based off a video game that I never played, so I absolutely know nothing about it. And it's only one season, just like Walking Dead. You like the first 2 or 3 seasons, so we're gonna get the best that they got right now. So season finale is coming on tonight. I highly suggest watching The Last of Us. It's only 9 episodes, so yeah.
I used to get nightmares though. I started watching random shows and be dreaming about it. Like I started dreaming when I was watching Queen's Gambit. I used to have dreams about playing chess. Anytime I watch a zombie show or a movie, I'm definitely having a nightmare that night.
Don't get you.
Oh yeah, some scenes in there for sure. All right, man. Before we get to really what I wanted to talk about, we got to talk about Snowfall. Snowfall, they keep hitting home runs, man. Leon versus Big Dion, the fight of all fights. Debo versus Craig type of action out there. He grabbed the brick, knocked him out with a bottle, man. What is your thoughts on the fight, Leon versus Dion?
It's still my block.
Basically.
Yeah. I was surprised. I mean, I thought Leon was back to Africa. I really did. I thought he was just, but he going to be knee deep in it now. So, I mean, he was running that whole situation before he left.
Mm-hmm.
He come back to haywire and just shit going on. So I expected it after the whole episode started to unfold. I kind of see, he ain't going nowhere. Especially after the whole, you done married her.
Yeah.
The whole block just ran through that bitch. They just taking them. So I realized then, he ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, man. He tried to put up lights at the basketball court or whatever, and he shot him right back out the next night. Tension just continued to grow. It was knockout kings, bro.
Yeah.
Knockout kings. And best believe Dion ain't gonna take that sitting down. You know what I'm saying? What's the scene in Menace to Society? Come back. Leon in trouble, man.
Yeah.
Dion gonna probably come with the gats.
When y'all caught it though? Was it you that caught it?
I said Leon was going. No, it was you.
Give me my props.
I'll say it was some. I remember somebody saying it.
I didn't think it was gonna be the next episode.
Yeah, right.
I thought he was gonna let the shit breathe.
It's going down. What else we got?
Oh man, Franklin got back in the kitchen, whipping it up, putting niggas' faces on stoves, the whole 9.
Man,
That was funny.
this nigga been on one ever since he lost his money, bro.
70 M's.
And what I do like about the show is you can go back and watch season 1. These characters is totally different, bro. Like the character development, this nigga ruthless. This nigga is on one. Unc is like it's crazy, bro.
That's a great point. Look at how Leon was season 1, when especially like when Franklin got locked up in county or whatever. They was talking to each other on the phone. He's like, go in there and see. First nigga you see, fuck him up, cuz.
Yeah.
Broke the phone and shit. And now Leon going to Africa, married man. He really trying to save his community after, you know what I'm saying, killing the young girl. I can't want to say like season 3, like totally changed. And now look at, Franklin. He a motherfucking savage.
Yeah, he out there. What you telling me about Teddy, I already know. He had a whole nother rant scene. And
He got one every episode now.
up next to the lion. We're gonna get the lion.
No.
Please,
I think they're gonna go 10 for 10. No lion
I
episode.
hope so.
All right, Ruben, the KGB dude, meets up with Gustuvo, whatever how you say his name, and shit's about to hit the fan for him, dog, because it's either roll with Ruben and on a maybe, or continue to roll with Teddy.
But see, Teddy taking pictures of Ruben now. Ain't he?
Mm-hmm.
True that.
So now Teddy know. So Teddy might be out for both of them. They might both be in the shits. Teddy like to be one step ahead of people. So yeah, I think Gustavo got a situation coming.
Yeah, Gustavo fucked up because he in 3 situations.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. With our own government.
He getting pulled in each direction.
Yeah.
And he ain't got really no say on anything. He's really just going with the flow.
We're gonna see how much of a dog he really is, because like you say about development, season 1, he was a dog out there letting everybody have it. Now he kind of trying to be family and trying to step back a little. If it seems
Just trying to survive, really.
Yeah, he's trying to just not be in the heat. So, yeah, man.
I forgot about that.
Mhm.
All bad for the boy.
Yeah.
All right, the moment we all been waiting on. Nope, it's not. We got to talk about this real quick. Power Book 2 returning on St. Patrick's Day. Y'all watching or not?
Yeah.
100%.
I gotta catch up on. I don't even remember what happened last season.
Yeah, you can find something on YouTube, give you a quick update, reminder of what
Or
happened.
just wait till this first episode come on and don't skip the recap.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I need it.
definitely need
Some
to
of these
recap.
shows they blending together.
Yes.
And
yes.
then you got the same characters in both shows. Like what's the girl name in
Black Diamond.
Yeah, in BMF.
And she's Mabel.
Yeah.
Don't make them Mabels no more, boy. So you talked about it, you brought it up. We've been talking about it off the pod, on the pod. BMF.
Best comedy out right now.
Is this show good?
No, it's funny.
It's starting to become funny.
It's definitely funny.
This show's not good. This show is bad.
It's starting to get there.
When you showed me the video of Meech in the pool with his legs spread, just sitting in the pool, just waiting in the air.
Bruh. Like, shouts out to 50. But I think they're moving way too fast with this show. They're shooting season 3 right now. Like, there's no time to breathe. It just seems they're just rolling way too fast. At least like with the Powers, it's like a year and a half before they come back out. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not giving these cats time enough to breathe. And we talk about Raising Canaan. We talk about the caliber of actor that's on Raising Canaan. We got Omar Epps on there. We got some real big heavy hitters on there. There aren't any heavy. Well, I take that back. Stephen Harris plays the detective on there. Like, he's a heavy hitter actor. But like all the other heavy hitter actors are bit players. The main actors on here are
Snoop Dogg.
And Snoop, aka Pastor Swift, split the check after he found out he wasn't gonna get no cheeks.
Yeah, split that right down.
That shit was funny as fuck. He said, "Pastor got you covered. I don't need covered."
I mean, I don't know what was funnier, him splitting the check or that wig he got on. Because that shit is like real long in the back. I guess because he got to twirl up his dreads, I'm assuming.
Right.
But man, that's hilarious. And ultimately, the downfall of this show would be all blamed on Young Miami because whatever the fuck that was not acting. She was in 2 scenes and they were horrendous.
Whenever she stood on that second line where it was like she came in with an aggressive line, but she didn't say it right to me and the wife literally just lost it for like, we had to rewind because we laughed for like 3 minutes and missed part of the show. I had to come back to like figure out what was said because the acting from Young Miami was bad.
Yeah.
It's so many talented actors out there. And I think you do the show a disservice and you do us as a fan a disservice by simply casting somebody because they're best. We already deal with it with Lala. We had to deal with Lala's bad acting in the original Power. She's gotten better because she's gotten more acting roles. And yes, Young Miami's scene was just 2 scenes, but goodness gracious, man, that was just bad, dude. And I mean, Young Meech is getting better as an actor. So you have a new actor with a rapper trying to do a very emotional scene and it just falls flat. It turns into a comedy, man.
That's all I was gonna
say.
I was gonna say that Meech being a new actor or being new to this couldn't really carry the scene like you would want a veteran actor to because it kind of just once it started, I felt like it just teeter-tottered down and the scene just became funny. It became more humorous than what they was even talking about.
And what's going on? Why was it necessary to show Monique's sister in the room? Like, was that just extra for no reason? Are we
well, I mean,
come back
she,
to
Trying to show her personal side.
That and it's what, like 88 or something like that. That's when like the AIDS epidemic is in full swing. So her sister had AIDS and she died of AIDS. I think there would have been a better way to portray that of just thinking like, oh man, she got a zombie in her house or some shit like that. That's what it looked like. But I mean, I knew because they, showed a close up of her hands or whatever, showed the sores on her hands. I was like, oh, she got HIV, she died of AIDS or whatever. But like, this is like I said, like they're rushing.
Yeah.
It's like, man, y'all are rolling through this too fast. Y'all need to go over the script a couple more 100 times to flush this thing out, man. And there's no problem with, hey, let's reshoot that. This shit is shot in digital now. This isn't shot on film. Like, hey, we could just simply hit delete and then shoot it again because that Young Miami scene off the elevator, bro.
Where my husband meets. Quit playing with me, Meets.
I want them dead, Meech. What? So my other thing is, did 50 cast her in that role because he wants to get at Diddy? You know him and Puff always going at each other or whatever. Did he cast her in there just to like make Diddy mad?
I have no idea.
Because that wasn't a good move.
It wasn't.
It seemed rushed. She wasn't ready.
And I mean, people are gonna view this. Her fan base will view this as, oh man, y'all hating on her. No, that's not hate. She's not an actor. She's not.
Y'all seen like the little spoofs? People been like reenacting her shit.
Oh my God! Please share them with us.
That's hilarious. Yeah, I got you.
I sure was hoping Lucille came across with that frying pan.
Now, see, and that's the problem. That is 100% the problem with this show because the bit characters are the seasoned actors, and she showed out. I believed her. I believe she was about to smack Mabel. And then you got everything with Detective Stephen Howard and his partner, like, but they're not the main stars of the show. The main stars of the show are a new actor or 2 new actors who really can't carry the weight of the show, man. So BMF, of course, I'm gonna keep on watching. I'm entertained, but not entertained for the right reasons. I'm not entertained the way I'm entertained by Snowfall.
Yeah, for sure. And we got what, 1 more episode?
Yeah, season finale coming up on Friday.
What's gonna happen? We ain't even paying attention to the storyline.
And that's the problem. That's the problem.
We also didn't even talk about Lamar killing old girl.
Oh shit, yeah.
Lamar killing baby mama.
You smoke crack, don't you?
Yeah.
Got the dog on his face. You can put the dog crushed the
and then you bring Donnell Rollins in there, and I mean, we all know Ashley Larry is hilarious, but like anything he says, I'm laughing at. Like I
he
can't
says
take.
he says it in the I'm rich bitch voice.
Yeah, I can't take anything that happens with him in this show serious.
Right.
So the only person I really take serious in this show is Lucille.
Yeah.
Everybody else, I'm laughing at.
Damn, man.
Goodness
And
gracious.
Ashley Larry been getting punked the whole season.
The whole season. Help me carry this dead body. What? Nigga, no, I'm out. Two fingers, 2 words. I'm gone. Well, there it is. Another episode of You Can't Make This Up podcast. Kev Nash.
DJ Killer Kev.
Hey, just
We out till next week.
Peace.
peace easy. Shout out to everybody that was tuned in.